Hi, I'm Patrick McLennan with a roundup of next week's big soaps. First, we're in Wolfy. It hasn't taken long for Janine and Ryan to hit their first marital hurdle, namely baby Lily. Stacey tells Max that Ryan is Lily's dad, but he's washed his hands of her. So macho Max pays a visit and lays down the law, unwittingly also telling Janine. Always the hothead, Janine demands a divorce, then flings herself at Stacey like some deranged hellcat. Ryan pleads with her to forgive him, telling her how much he loves her. But the vengeful Bint reports Stacey as a neglectful parent. After social services pay her a visit, Stacey twigs who concocted the tale and attacks her, playing right into Janine's hands, because she decides to report her for assault. Can Ryan stop her? Also next week, the all-new Lauren returns from America, having been expelled from school for doing drugs. So much for a new leaf. But moody Lauren may be hiding something else, something more innocent. That she's had her heart broken by her American boyfriend. And when Max enlists Tanya's help with their wayward daughter, there's an unexpected upside. Tanya turns ally and lets Vanessa know how much Max is missing her. Next, it's Corrie. Even by David Platt standards, his misadventures next week plumb new depths. It all starts when Rita is the victim of identity fraud and Norris incorrectly fingers Tina for the crime. Understandably upset, Tina quits and ends up at Joe's graveside, where she bumps into Gail. The sad pair share a bottle of wine back at Gail's when David offers to walk her home. She invites him into hers, but when she refuses his kiss, he turns nasty and pins her to the ground, and worse. Meanwhile, Natasha is released from hospital, and Nick asks her to come home, a quite unexpected turn of events. But is it just pity? Seems so, because Natasha says no and packs her bags, telling them all exactly what she thinks of them, then ratting on Gail for snooping at her medical records. Well, if you're going to go down in flames. Sally shows another side to her when she decides to let Sian stay at hers, despite her feelings. But their headmaster refuses to take the girls back because they've missed too much school. Sally, however, suspects it's really because he's prejudiced. Finally, we head to Yorkshire. It gets all prisoner cell block H next week when Ryan grows closer to prison officer Abby. She gives him the mobile so he can call Faye and they nearly kiss. Meanwhile, Declan tells Faye he wants to bring down Nathan and Natasha and prove Ryan's innocence. Crafty Declan calls a truce with Natasha so he can go to the will reading, while hiring a top QC for Ryan. When the Wilds are left the bulk of Mark's fortune, he swears he'll stop them getting a penny of it. Faye tells Natasha to make Nathan confess, or they'll tie the money up in probate, and she's stunned when Declan backs her up. Meanwhile, Ryan and Abby finally kiss. But when a cellmate catches them at it later in the week, he gets a hiding when he won't hand over his phone. Faye's horrified to find Ryan beaten and is even more determined to see Natasha and Nathan swing for their crimes.